Need somebody to love, need somebody to trust. Yeah, need someone to vent to when I'm going through it rough. Cause I've been alone for so long. Yeah, need someone who's gonna love me and accept all my flaws. I wanna settle down in love, in love, in love, in love, in love, in love. Been 5 years since I've been in a relationship. 1800 cold nights, tryna cuff tonight. Feel that void, yeah, that's right.
Shout out to my nigga Maserati 500, my man in the wheelchair. He pulled through, he performed, he just beat me. Yo, I was tight. I was like, I lost again. I'm never doing this competition shit again. Hip hop competitions suck, yo. I hate them.
And I think those are worse because it's like, I experienced that. You know, one of the competitions was in the cold. Like, we dead outside. Like,
fuck that.
I was like, oh. And it's just like, because I've been in competitions where I lost. I'm like, I can admit, like, yo, he had a better.
Yeah,
but I respect it.
I respect it.
But I've been in some competitions like, how the fuck? How did I lose? Like,
everyone's ass. But
he was rapping over his. Oh, he was rapping over his track.
Oh, and they're rapping over their whole track.
I was like, y'all going to judge, y'all judge it right. Like,
I hate those niggas that rap over their
He goes crazy.
I hate that shit.
I'm like, that's not even a performance.
I feel like screaming it out, like, yo, play your real voice.
Anybody's a spell.
Oh, really?
See, that's why I asked first. I didn't want to like butcher your name.
I appreciate that.
So
I hear some shit, man. I was at a show one time. I was like, to the stage. Credible. I'm like, bro, where's a B in my name? Like,
Credible.
Yeah, I'm like, you know how to spell credible, right?
It's just Credo. It's like a range
like,
the
where's the
little
I?
bit.
Where's the B? But
so
I appreciate that.
So Cradle.
Cradle.
See, I'm ready for
See,
man.
but you, Rich, you have an excuse. Right. You know what I mean? Like, you always fuck up backwards and inwards, like left or right. We do this all the time. Radiator.
Radiator.
We do this all the time.
But they fucked up my name one time too. Like, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Richard Pig Asshole.
What?
Richard Pig Asshole. Not Picasso. Pig Asshole. Son of a bitches. And that's why I stopped going to Blackthorn.
Oh, that was Blackthorn?
That was Blackthorn.
They always did me right, Blackthorn. They always did me right.
I love the venue. Just the people there sometimes.
Yo, the guy that watches the door is a fucking, like a butcher or something. He's so... He don't say nothing to nobody. He don't even say hi. He just, $20. ID? Just looks at you dead in your eyes the whole time. You're like, yo, all right, bro, chill out.
Soul?
But I saw him recently when you went to go perform in that spot we went, that bar, at Katie's event.
Yeah.
He was one of the guards there at one time. I was like, he's there again. And you would think, I seen you 20 years ago, 15 years ago. You know, you recognize me, bro.
Nope.
$20. ID.
He robotic you and shit like that. Must do work. So what's up, everybody?
Let's go.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Richard Picasso with G out of character in the building.
You already know. Hey, yo.
So today we have a very special guest all the way from Queens.
Holla.
Very far away Queens. You're from Queens, right? You're from Queens too, right?
Nigga, you know where I'm from.
Yeah, he's
fucking playing with me.
Yeah, he's from Queens. Yeah, we got two Queens gentlemen in the building.
You feeling you feel the space? You feeling claustrophobic? Two Queens niggas, all that Queen shit you be talking, right?
I know.
Talking now, huh? There's two of us in the building right now.
All right, so but I'm focused on the man to the left of me, Mr. Wolfpack himself.
Talk to him.
Is here, Mr. Cradle.
Cradle,
see? Fuck, man.
Queens gotta hold it down.
Cradle. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Cradle as I go get my hat.
Fucking douche. Yo, what up, G?
What's good, man?
Pleasure to have you here, my brother.
I appreciate the passion of him wanting to get it right.
No, of course. But didn't I say that he was going to still fuck it up?
Yeah.
I called it, right? I know my partner.
Just so y'all know, we did rehearse before, and he still fucked it up. But I'm gonna teach you how to make it flow easier for you. So for some people, it'd be like, oh, just cradle to the grave, and they're like, that makes them remember that. Or they just say like, rock the cradle like a baby. So those are the two things that make people remember. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever.
Well,
But if that helps you,
you know why it's easy to remember those, because the way it's spelled is like you said, it's spelled the way you would think to say it. But I
Right.
kind of thought it was Cradle though. I kind of thought when you introduced yourself to me and I met you, you introduced yourself to me as Cradle. I heard you on the stage when I saw you perform. You said Cradle. I'm like, there's no reason why it would be Cradle if he said Cradle. Right? You said it.
My apologies for that. I feel embarrassed. For that.
It's all right, yo-yos. We here, baby.
We here,
Yo,
we
happy
here.
Sunday, though. How was your weekend?
oh,
What you
man.
been up to? How's the music been? Pleasure to have you here. Because
It's
when
a
I first
pleasure
met
to
you,
be
it was
here.
off of your energy. And then I went to a rabbit hole with your videos and all that, and I see how you move. I'm like, oh, yeah, he's exactly like that in the videos as well. You know, he's very genuine. So it's a pleasure to meet you under these camera circumstances.
Facts,
The
facts.
camera circumstance.
Facts, man. This week has been great. I just been working on a lot of production. Because the album, my debut album, you know, Tales of the Sad and Lonely, that drops May 25th.
Let's go.
And,
So you're on a little bit of
Press run.
a press run right now?
Yeah.
Oh, is this your first podcast that you're having, announcing that your debut
yeah,
album's
actually
come?
the first, yeah.
We're the
Let's
first
fucking go.
podcast.
Let's go. What's up,
Nice.
everybody, baby? First podcast. Yo, we get mad exclusives. That's dope. Appreciate you.
So like right now though, I'm still working on I'm gonna bring that on a later date, but I'm still working on something else.
Okay.
So like the work is still not done. So I was working with one of my producers from the UK. Shout out producer Samples. Kid is 17.
How'd you get that?
He actually found me via Instagram during the pandemic, and he was just like, "Yo, man, you know, I got these beats, man." It felt like like don't be admitted to society. Yo, I got these beats, man.
Got these beats, man.
Yo, man, I got these beats, man. But
Oh my god.
That's how he hit you.
nah, but he was just like, "Yo, I got these beats. Like check them out." And I'm like, "All right, cool. Like, you know, I'm gonna check it out eventually." But he was just like persistent. Like, "Yo, did you check it out? Like, what you think? Like, you trying to work?" Like, he was like real persistent. So I'm like, "All right, yo, I respect the passion." I was like, "Let me check these joints out." And dude's fire.
So you hadn't checked them out before he pressured you? You
Nah,
had it
took
there?
like, yeah,
It
just
took
like,
you a minute to actually be like, all right, let me give this
Because in
dude.
the pandemic, it was like you went through so many different. I mean, at least for me, I went through so many different stages where I was like highly motivated. We working. Then I crashed. Then I got back up, and it just like because during the pandemic, it was so much time, and me being, I feel like it's the Capricorn in me, but it's like I feel like I always got to be productive.
Okay.
And but when the pandemic hit, it's like you have so much time. So it's like every second in my head, I'm like, wait, I'm gotta do something. I gotta do something. And I ain't gonna lie, I crashed.
Pandemic,
Like, I
but
crashed.
pandemic also it didn't stop you at all?
Nah, like even after, because I ain't gonna front, I probably crashed because I was doing so much, just so much writing and so much, you know, performances via live, which I hated. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I kind of hated that shit. I hated that too.
Yeah, I was like performing to my phone. I'm like,
Be on
yo,
IG Live and you
Yeah.
just hope like, yo,
And your service was bad, but you gotta compensate. You gotta be the artist that you gotta be. You know what I mean?
yeah, you gotta
can't take
keep
away
moving.
from your art, yeah.
Right, exactly.
Because then you end up like most people. Most people took a break during pandemic. Once you told people they couldn't perform and go out to bars and be out in spaces, they was musically declined.
Yeah.
They were unmotivated. So
Nah,
maybe
facts.
that is a good Capricorn in you then, that you stay so.
Yeah, I definitely, you know, love my hunger to keep going regardless.
Where'd you get that from? When'd you notice that? Like at what age?
I feel like it's just something that's embedded. You know, just looking through my family history. You know, because my name Cradle originates from North Carolina down south. And
Okay.
it's we are a family of a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of go-getters, a lot of hustlers, you know, and it just, people just do it in different ways, you know what I mean? So someone could be owning like a tire
No,
company,
absolutely.
or like, it's just like different. We just always been about like not wanting to work for someone. So it's like what I'm doing isn't new. You know what I'm saying? As far as
It's lineage.
yeah,
It's
you know,
been there. It's embedded in you.
You know, I'm just going about it in my own way. You know, musically, I feel like no one in my family has taken music, you know, to the heights that I'm about to take it to, or that I am taking it to. So, you know, this is my lane. But at the end of the day, still respecting my ancestors and the people before me. You know, at the end of the day, I'm standing on my family's shoulders. You know what I'm saying? And not forgetting, you know, where I came from and things of that sort. So
Yeah, you don't take
Yeah.
the lessons for granted. You know, look at some kids, some people that are born with silver spoons. You know, they
Right.
have all these pathways almost written out, drawn out for them. They just have to make a choice what door to walk through. And half the time, they still take longer. You do it the most fucked up way because they didn't take advantage of the appreciation of what they had. You're
Word.
lucky that you got a good foundation of motivated people to do that. Because I say it all the time, like, I didn't get taught about credit score till I hit 30 and I was already burnt through 2 credit cards. My parents didn't get it till they were the same. You know, like having that drive and motivation means you teach the generation next to be even better than you were. So assumingly that's what the drive runs through in your family, right? So you come from down south?
Oh man, I was actually born and raised in New York. Like my family migrated to New York. I would say through my great grandparents
Okay.
came here from my mother's side from South Carolina. I got family in Alabama, all over. But pretty much my great grandparents, that's when they came here. And yeah, born and raised Queens, South Side. I grew up in Baisley Projects. You know, used to see 50 Cent randomly, like, oh, that's 50
I was about
Cent.
to say, like, is that like where that music spirit come from then?
Definitely my pops, you know, gospel singer, gospel artist.
Word?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Nice.
Yeah,
So you're a person that believes in faith and church, and you sing in the choir?
Yeah, I sung in the choir, sung in my school choruses and things of that sort. When I say I'm like heavy, like religious, like no, I'm more like
Who
spiritual.
really is
Yeah.
anyway?
Yeah, like
No, you'd be surprised because
yeah.
I bet you his father is.
yeah.
You know, you'd be
Yeah,
surprised.
so
A lot of
it's
people
like-
are heavy
Okay,
religious.
you know?
Okay.
You know, for me, it's just you take what you can. You know, what I mean?
Absolutely.
You take what you feel like is right for you. You know, everyone has their different beliefs. You know, I don't down anybody. But at the end of the day, at the core, I think it's just about spreading positivity. You know,
As best you
spreading
can.
great vibrations and putting out great energy and supporting the next person.
As best you can.
Just being the best civilian that you can be.
Nigga, sometimes you want to strangle somebody.
Yeah.
Yo, like, come here.
Strangle somebody.
I'm a civilian to the
I
world.
just
I
want to give out when I want to get back.
Nah, of
So
course.
that's it.
Like I said, you try your best. Like
Yeah.
you know, sometimes though people look. I was in my store the other day, 2 weeks ago, delivering Pepsi, and the guy behind the counter, the guy that's a receiver, he's having a bad day as is. When my driver comes in, and all these things I'm about to say are very relevant to the story. The receiver is an older white man. My driver is a 6'4" older black man. Now, let's think about their personalities, about how they are separately. If you ever put an argument between these two types of people, it can be war of the worlds because they're so old in their ways, because of how they were brought up. The white guy's not having it today. My driver's just like, I'm leaving these cases here in the back for the weekend. The big boss said I could do it. The guy, the receiver said, what the big boss said. He's not here. I'm here. That's going downstairs. So my driver is trying to be easy about it. Like, my driver got a bad temper, bro. He got a really bad temper, but you can tell he's just really trying to get this product in the store. You can tell he's like, come on, man. But I didn't do nothing to you. They gave me permission. I didn't do nothing to you. Come on, please. Like, I'm not trying to fight with you. And the more my driver would laugh about this, the more the dude was. Until finally, my driver's like, if I bring those downstairs, I ain't bringing them back up. And the dude, that's all he had to hear. You threatening me? Don't fucking threaten me. And my driver's like, fuck you cursing at? And then my driver does it. Suck my dick. Oh, man. You see how you try to be nice? He was the one that was trying to be cool, calm, collective. But at the end of the day, he's the spout that blew the whole thing where it didn't have to get to. So that's why I say I try my best to spread out, but I see it firsthand. We live in a world of high pressures, very high pressures, and being a New Yorker don't make it easier for us. You know,
Yeah.
so being a calm person, I guess it's a positive on your character if you can always be like that.
Yeah, like for me, it's just like I've just always been like level headed. Like
That's
I don't,
great.
I don't
You,
get
you
too
sound
high.
very low.
Yeah, you sound
Yeah,
very
like,
level
I
headed.
don't get too high. I don't get too low. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
I like
I'll be
to
scared
joke.
of you. You start screaming or something, right? And I'm like,
Now people say, "Yo, you one of those people." I would get scared if I get mad. I'm like, you very right, because it's like it's like yo, like it takes a lot for me to get there because I don't want to get there because I don't want to feel like I gave you that power
exactly
over me.
Same
You know
thing.
what I'm saying?
Same thing with me. Like it's hard to like things piss me off, but it never gets me to the level where I feel like the moment I like scream or try to react, I automatically lose no matter what.
Yeah, no matter what it is.
Even if it went my way, like okay, you motherfucker, you fucking listen to me. I'm like,
And another thing is like, you know, I'm black. So it's like you gotta really move. It's
learn
sad,
how
but
to-
it's like you really gotta move.
You learn how to
like,
have thicker
differently,
skin.
You know,
Thicker skin, yeah.
yeah. So it's just like you kind of, it's unfortunate, but you can't move how
Were you
other people can move sometimes.
can I ask were you taught that level of understanding, or did you experience it to learn it firsthand? Were you taught that by your parents and your elders and your peers? Like, yo, this world is not as simple as it is just because they say your skin color is different, which is so stupid. Which is the stupidest argument we can have as humans. It's the stupidest one. But how did you learn that lesson? How did you come to understand that?
Just being taught, honestly, and I had a lot of discipline.
Yeah,
A lot
yeah,
of
yeah.
discipline as a kid, because it's like I played in sports. You know, I played basketball, so like I was
Okay.
I was always around, you know, great mentors, thankfully. You know, and when you got an older, you know, black male, you know, talking to a young black kid, you know, you're gonna have those conversations. You
Absolutely.
know, come up, you know, at some point. And then it's just like even when I would go, you know, travel, you know, the country playing basketball, you know, certain, you know, areas where it's like mostly white, you know, you start, you know, getting weird energy, and you can just feel it, you know, sometimes, you know, so.
A little bit of both then.
Yeah, definitely.
You'll definitely learn it in sports, man. You know, when I went to school in Cambria Heights and I went to Andrew Jackson, the only place that made me feel comfortable was playing football. But I definitely learned I had no place on the football field. You know what I mean? Because I didn't have the athletic build that these other people had. These people were so structured in the sport. And I realized the playing field was different. Don't get me wrong, I think I ran for the most yards that year as a quarterback, but that's because I was running for my life. Straight legit. I had to learn how to adapt in that moment. You know, like I went to that school to play football. I got there, I was like, why is everybody so tall? Like, why is everybody so big? Rather me just only be the only Puerto Rican there, I'll deal with that. But why y'all motherfuckers all so big, yo? Like, yo.
I got scared out of like freshman year because when we do varsity, like when you do tryouts and stuff. Like I did it for like just a semester because the following year, like when I hit my sophomore, I don't know, the players just got bigger and a lot more scarier. I was a fullback, so I was much bigger back then. I was like almost hitting 300 pounds, but I was still fast. I could still run and like be able to dodge motherfuckers.
That's a scary sight.
Oh,
You said I was LeBron.
I was fat, but I could move real quick. But then, like, you know, around that time, there was like players that were just much bigger, and then I was like, damn, I don't want to fucking run this line. And then you see 5 Rick Ross looking dudes trying to tackle me. I remember I got hit like with the helmet part. This dude like kind of like speared me, but his helmet like on the side of it like scratched my stomach like so bad that I had to be out for like 6 games because of that shit. Because the side of the helmet scratched because it was loose and it went like.
You know, the only reason I didn't punk up with football, was like, honestly, my girlfriend was bad. and yo, like I said, I was the only like Spanish dude there. Everybody wanted my girlfriend. I wasn't finna drop out of. That's the only thing I got is keeping this bitch right now. Y'all could chase me. Y'all could, I ain't gonna lie. I got whipped into shape though. I got whipped into shape with these group of men, and it was I'll never forget almost getting jumped, and you know, me and my friend going back and forth. He hit me with a paper ball in the face. I hit him with the bathroom pass in the back of the head as I was walking out. And he took it more serious. Why is your shit more serious than my shit? But it came to a point, he was really serious. Like, I'm going to fuck you up at the end of class. I thought he was kidding. So I'm doing, you know, when you're nervous, you laughing and shit. And, nah, I shouldn't have laughed, yo. That bell rang, and like as I was walking down the hallway, he was coming with, and every class he went through, he just grabbed a homie. He was like, yo, yo, yo. Yo, by the time we got to the end of the hallway, it was like 8 yos with him. I'm like, yo. Yo, that ass, I was scared for my life. I was like, but somebody saw that was on my football team, went down and got them. They all say, niggas ain't touching Rico. Niggas ain't touching Rico. I'm like, yeah, I'm saved. Yo, son, homie would come to the football field like every other day, just staring out the fence. I'm like, damn, son, I don't want to deal with this shit.
He was manifesting whooping your ass. So I can't wait to.
How you manifest through?
Think so.
Yeah. Fuck.
God.
Good times though. Good times though. So you coming out with music next, right? What's on this project?
Oh man, it's a.
Can you? Cause
Like get some leaks, like some titles, maybe.
I love it.
something?
I love it.
Any
Nah,
features?
wait,
Any notable features?
before you leave, I would like you, if you have an album cover, I would like to have it so I can go ahead and put it as part of the intro for this. You feel me? Because this is your podcast. This is our podcast, but this is yours right now. So any way that I can express to you, if you want to give me a leak of a video, if you want to give me any sound bites, I'll include it in the audio and all that with the podcast.
Right.
Feel me?
Yeah, we can do that.
So you give me that. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. Like, you want to give bars at the end of this, you're more than welcome. Like I said, the space is yours to work in. Feel me?
I appreciate
This
it.
is for you to push and do whatever you want with it.
So what angle you come out from this project? What's the name of it?
So it's called Tales of the Sad and Lonely.
Tales of the Sad and Lonely.
Yeah.
It's not very happy sounding project.
But it's just years of just I'm just storytelling. You know, that's what I do. You know, even so much that I even before, because I majored in business when I graduated, but before that I majored in journalism because I just love to write so much. I started with after singing, I started picking up poetry, you know, to help get out, you know, whatever feelings I had, or you know, how to pretty much help me vent through any situation. Because even through sports, it's like, you know, you can cook somebody, but it's like it's only so much you can get out because you're not talking, like
It's not full expression.
Yeah, it's not full expression. So for me, it was poetry, and then ultimately that grew into, you know, what we got today, which is mixing, you know, singing and rapping, and having the ability to do both. And I'm really thankful for that because
Cheetah.
Damn.
He a cheater. You cheating ass people that can sing it, cheaters.
it's a blessing because, you know,
That it is, bro.
you could, whatever you going through, you can express it in different ways. Like I can be like, you know, I feel like this today, and I'll do that, or I feel like that today, you know, and I'll do that. But for this project, it's more so expressing or showcasing more so my vocal ability.
You're singing.
Yeah.
Is this gonna be your first project that you're singing straight through on?
I don't sing straight through, but it's like
More
this
singing.
project. Yeah, it's like more singing than what people may be expecting. So I'm really excited for that. But you know, I speak on real life situations. I speak on mental health. I speak on.
Were these topics from COVID? Were these topics from relationships? Were these topics from you come from all angles? All personal to you too?
Everything. It's just like it's just pretty much a project of me just telling like hella stories of what I just been through, you know. Or like sometimes even telling stories to other people's, you know, eyes, you know, as well. So
How many tracks?
so this has 17 on there. That's my universe number, you know.
But I love when people can give me 4 tracks and hit it out the park. I do, but it's very rare. But when somebody give me 17, 18, I feel like they put more effort into that. I feel like they wanted each track to hit. You feel me? Like
Exactly.
Yeah.
that's why you make that storybook so long. You want that project to like last in somebody's brain forever. They can always go back to your story. You know, those 18 tracks, that hour that you gave them, that hour that you kept them there in some Illuminati world. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could always go back to it. That's why I love albums. I digest albums. Like, I love mixes. I love mixtapes, don't get me wrong, but I'd rather get a dope album.
Facts.
And just be able to, whatever I'm the type that always needs to do something when I'm doing something. So I need to be listening to a podcast or listening to music while I'm editing something. Or while my PS4 needs to be on while this computer's on. That's how I am. So I love when I have a good body of work that I ain't got to press next on.
Facts.
Let it
It's,
go.
it's definitely one of those. I let the the world digest it however they want. But for me, I take my time for that on this joint. Like this took years to make. Like these are stories that's that's almost a decade old. I've been doing music for 8 years now. So I got songs that's like timeless. So this is for me. I've been working on this project for a while. Like definitely at least half a decade.
Are
Well,
any of
actually
these
7
songs
years.
gonna provoke anybody's like personally in your life? Like, cause I always have this bad habit of saying like people's names or saying that I'll be standing next to somebody and play a song for them and they'd be like, "Are you talking about me?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah, directly towards you.
Oh,
You
man.
deserve it. You inspired an entire 3 minutes and 23
I'm
seconds.
just giving you the song first.
Yes.
Any of those tracks on your album make anybody in your life feel that way?
Nah, no one should feel away. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna be real as a man. I even own up to my own mistakes. That's what I mostly do on this album. It's pretty much like exposing myself, just like, yo, that was some crazy ish I did. I should never did that. You know what I'm saying? And just being a man about it, and
Vulnerability
yeah,
and accountability.
Yeah. Exactly.
Vulnerability and accountability.
Yeah. Because
On accountability.
Definitely that.
Gotta
I
have
feel like
it.
a lot of people don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And people be scared to say that they were wrong. And it's just like, I have no problem saying that now that I'm in this space. And like looking back, I'm just like reflecting, and I'm just like, yo, like I could have went about that way differently, than I did. And it's like me saying like, yo, she did nothing wrong. Like, it was me. You know what I'm saying? So, not being afraid to be honest and letting people know, like, yo, like at some point I was toxic. Like, I was.
I think we all have our toxic moments. Like nobody can say that they haven't. Especially like, I find that. I don't know if you got. How they say like bad chicks always come with something like the sex is amazing because she's crazy.
Yes.
Type shit. I think it goes hand in hand. Attractive people just run into crazy brigades of shit. Like, two ugly people don't fight. Two ugly people, two fat people, they don't get into arguments.
No, I feel like with that, I feel like if you're like two ugly people, I feel like the arguments get even worse.
Why?
Because you're both ugly and you got.
Yo, you foul, right?
Yeah, I'm foul.
Welcome to the pot.
I'm ugly too.
Yo, right? You're the worst.
To all the ugly people, I love you all. Please subscribe. Anyways,
All subjective, because it's like, and they had like, I don't think I'm ugly.
Yo,
So it's just like,
that's the whole point of it, though, to make people really look at themselves and be like, yo, who the fuck are these motherfuckers to be saying I'm ugly?
But
I'm not even calling you, but they're going to feel ugly. Like, I do look a little ugly today.
should have gotten that haircut yesterday.
But I will say something. Pretty people get further in life.
Yeah, they do.
That's just a fact.
I feel like they get even the worse problems. So I feel like they come with more problems because they're attractive. In the sense that you're so... It's like, you ever seen like a girl that's like really bad, just fine as hell, and it's like she's just quiet, sitting in the corner, and then like you wonder why nobody's talking to her because she's too pretty. But then like you talk to her, she's like, "Yeah, what's good, man?" Like she's like fun. It's like so you find out she's single, has like decent job or anything like that.
Where is she? Introduce me to her.
There's just been moments in my life where I'll just see everybody talking around. Everybody talks around, and she'll be like it'll be like a girl that's like pretty or like really attractive in the corner, just sitting by herself, drinking, like minding her business, and nobody goes up to her.
Do you go up to her and talk to her?
No.
Yeah,
No, the first girl, no. The second one, it was like at a pool party. It was a girl at a pool party, and I just went up. I went up to her because everybody was like chit-chatting in the pool, having a good time. And she was just sitting there by herself, and I went up to her and said, "Hey, how you doing?" But because she saw me initially yo-yoing.
Nigga, you a cheat code though. You like Drake and shit. Like you just walking the building and bitches just on you and shit. Cause you sitting there, yo, literally, he sits there, anywhere he goes, he don't say one word. He just flicks his wrist, and it's like the Pied Piper. Everybody comes around, I'm like, what's he doing? What's he doing? All the heads come out, all the bitches come close, and then he pulls out a yo-yo, and then the bitch would go, And then he'd be like, "Oh my God, you can go make it go up and down." And in my brain, I'm like, "I bet she can go make it go up and down." It's what he does though.
Because I'm nervous and I'm not good at first impressions and knowing how to like start the initial conversation. So I just use Yo-Yo's usually been like a crush for me to like start conversation because it draws people to me. That way I don't have to go out to them to speak to me.
I'm gonna start Yo-Yo. I'm gonna take your gimmick.
I mean, I understand though.
No, I get it too.
Because, like, especially for, like, even just networking in general, like, how we all met.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for me, it's easier, like, after you see my performance. Because then right then and there, I know if
People want to engage.
If you rocking with me or not. I mean, most times you are.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, like, you have no choice but to rock with that energy. But it's just hard for me to, like, I can talk to people, but it's just, like, people, you know, have their pre-assumptions or whatever, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to indie artists sometimes.
Of course.
But I feel like once someone like hears and sees me perform, it's like a whole different energy. Like, oh my, like,
oh yeah,
you know
that was
what I
for
mean?
me when you go whoop at, and everybody in the whole fucking room's going that way, and you like doing all these fucking moves with your legs. I'm like, yo, okay, this guy's something. Yeah. Shit like that. See, I got no rhythm, obviously, but still, he's doing shit like that.
You dance with a yo-yo, it's different.
Okay, I dance with a yo-yo. We'll say that, but.
He dances in real life.
He dances the real way. The real way.
You ever used, because I always had it in like, I always had this fucking crazy gimmick in my head that if I could like sing and dance, that's what I would do to like make my presence known in the building. Just walk up in that bitch, do a spin. Oh! You know what I mean? Everybody, I'm like, yo, what up, girls? Yeah, like, do you ever do that with your, or are you that like humbled about it until you hit the stage, on the stages where you showed out?
Yeah, for me, I just wait to the stage because I tap into a different frequency, you know, once I'm on the mic, you know, type thing. For me, it's just like I just, you know, be there supporting other artists, you know what I'm saying?
Which we gotta definitely do a lot more.
Yeah, you know, supporting the vendors.
Yep.
Yeah. You know,
supporting the vendors, cops, something.
Yeah, just being, you know, just like, yo, it's their time on the stage. Like, I'm gonna respect their time. Like, but when it's my time, it's my time.
Have you ever had a bad promoter, like, or a bad experience performing yet? Like, you know, where you didn't get to perform.
Or they push your time.
Time slot. You ever had some crazy shit?
I mean, I feel like what artist hasn't, especially in New York. You know,
facts.
Like who hasn't had that situation where, especially when you first starting out. Like I remember I did. I don't want to.
He was at a place with this promoter doing something.
Yeah, but
I just give him a fake name.
I mean, this happened multiple times, but it's like you could be, because I was like, what shoulder? Like, who do I name? Because I can go on forever. Yeah. But it's just like
that sucks though.
You know, I've been doing music 8 years, so like the beginning of it was just like, you know, you just want to get your foot in the door. You know,
out there, go do some open mics, see what's out there.
You know, so you doing showcases where. Freaking out! I feel like 100 people performing, and it's like some shows I was the 100th person, and it's just like, oh man, like ain't nobody even here now. Like,
that's happened to me.
It sucks. So
I mean, I don't know what's worse though. What's worse, being the 100th person, or going to a competition and being early and wanting to be the first person, getting your wish. And having to wait 4.5 hours to find out if you lose.
Yo,
what's worse? What's worse?
Bags.
Like you think you get like the greatest set, and you gotta sit there for the other 99. Like, okay, next.
Yo.
Next.
I was tight, and I lost twice in this setting too. Like I should have learned my lesson the first time, so I thought I could be slick. Right, the first time I was like, I performed first. I lost. The guy that won performed last.
Like 100th?
Like last, right? And he brought like 10, 15 people that were all kind of spread out in the crowd. Mm-hmm. So whenever they yelled, the crowd in their area, I looked at it, I said,
that's genius.
Because he was doing whoever yells loudest would win. This nigga, he was like going through all the names and shit. He said my name and I was like, They don't know who the fuck I am. There was 10 people here. So I tried to be slick the second time around. I was like, maybe I could manipulate this. I came with my 10, 15 people. I came almost dead last. I performed dead last. I even went as far as ripping my tank top because the song was called Ninjas Can't Hold Me, and I don't even got muscles to do it. I was naked on stage, looking like Prince. All right? And I still lost. Shout out to my nigga Maserati 500. My man in the wheelchair. He pulled through. He performed. He just beat me. Yo, I was tight. I was like, I lost again. I'm never doing this competition shit again. Hip hop competitions suck. Yo, I hate them.
And I think those are worse because it's like, I experienced that. You know, one of the competitions was in the cold. Like, we dead outside. Like,
fuck that.
I was like, oh. And it's just like, because I've been in competitions where I lost. I'm like, all right, like, I can admit, like, yo, he had a better.
Yeah,
right, but I respect it.
I respect it.
But I've been in some competitions like, how the fuck? How did I lose? Like,
everyone's ass, but
he was rapping over his track.
Oh, and they're rapping over their whole track.
I was like, y'all going to judge, y'all judge it right. Like,
I hate those niggas that rap over their track.
He goes crazy.
I hate that shit.
I'm like, that's not even a performance.
I feel like screaming it out, like, yo, play your real voice.
Oh man, yo.
So yeah,
I remember purposely leaving the venue because it was a competition that Katie threw, and I ended up being like winning the competition, and then the next thing was like I think it was like the Queens Performing Arts Center.
Okay.
And I gave them my MP3 and everything. The venue, real nice, it's a Performing Arts Center, but they didn't let me know what was going on, and I asked the guy, I forgot his name, but I know it was under Showcase King.
Okay.
Like, I don't mind name dropping. So, it was on the Showcase King. Bunch of Bloods every fucking where, because they were all on the balcony, and it was Capone that was in the building.
Did you have your red yo-yo with you?
I have nothing.
Yeah.
It was Capone, and Star Brim was one of the, hosts. Yeah,
that's dope.
So that was already, like, okay.
That's dope, but that's why I was blotted out. Like, you know what he was walking into.
I got that.
Right? Yo, it's like, yo, the God Go Beat dude is there. Who else is going to be there with him? I don't know.
So I got there like 7:30 and, gave my MP3. I was watching like other people perform, but they didn't let me know. I would ask like, hey, when am I going? So I will let you know. So it was like around 1:30
in the morning. What time you got there?
It started. I got there at 7:30.
You waited till 1:30 to perform.
But I noticed I was looking around. It was one of those competitions where, you got to pay $100 to perform for 5 minutes.
You didn't pay?
I didn't pay because I won the last competition.
So they gave you a rollover.
Yes.
But they made you wait.
They made me fucking wait. So when it hit 1:30, I was with Crush and my father. He'll tell you too. He said, "Look, let's get out of here." He's like, "You sure?" It's like, "Yeah." So as I'm already outside, the dude from inside comes out. It's like, "If you leave, you can't perform." And I was like, "All right." And I fucking walked away. Went home. It's like, fuck that. Because I saw the scam was already
probably
done.
wouldn't have been worth it anyway.
There was already like 30. There was like 35 other motherfuckers that already performed.
Yo, that's what.
Then they had their special guests. China Mac performed, Graf performed, and all that shit. I was like, okay, I see what's up here. I don't want to fuck this shit. I don't give a fuck.
That's why why Drake was allowed to use a bar like that. Like, oh, you self-promoted as a Yankee. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, y'all niggas look for the dollar when you guys do things sometimes, and you don't consider the organization of it.
Yep.
Your name is everything. When we throw shows, it comes to the point that you go to College Point now and you ask about our shows, people, because it was never really out of hand. There was no fights happen, but it was more like somebody getting knocked the fuck out. That's not a fight. If somebody gets knocked the fuck out, it's better because there's no tussling, no bottles get broken, nobody throws, and you keep it moving. That's all that happened, But we had good nights and we had respect for the people that came and. You do things right. Even though my first open mic that I threw was 55 people. Right. I fit them all. I fit 175 people in a bar that fit 75 people. Got it all done. Got it all in and out. I lost a lot of hair that night. You know what I mean? I grew into a man that night. Things happened. I changed. But I got the job done. You know what I mean? And then slowly you start to realize, nah, this ain't for me. Because you got to all the time be that. You got to do the job right. You can't fuck people over as a promoter and say, I'll get you back later. I'll pay you back later. Oh, I'll put you up next time.
Yeah.
How many times can you do this to an artist before an artist is like, I don't need to do this. I don't need to do this for you. There's so many other promoters and venues, and now with the internet and with everything being open up, you can throw your own show. You come with $1,000 for a deposit. You tell the person they get the bar, you get the door, or if they have a door arrangement already, they get the door in the bar. You give them the $500 deposit. At least for the half 100, you can have a great night with 200, 250 people, and your name gets seen. Feel me? That bartender now, that owner, tell that person, oh yeah, you can work with them. You know what I mean? You got the accolade now. You can use me as a reference to. They can call me and say whatever. You put something like that together once a month with half of that. You got him?
No, I thought I did.
Fuck.
I've been eyeing him this whole time.
Come on, Rich. Use your yo-yo, bro. You could fucking definitely knock him out the
Shut
sky.
All right, go continue. I was
my
paying
bad.
attention.
Nah, off of this though. Cradle. We're back. I was back to your music. So it's 18. Damn, this nigga's on me. It's 18 tracks, right?
17.
17 tracks. Any skits?
Nah.
Straight music?
Yeah, straight
Oh,
music. We
wow.
getting right to it.
You mix and master with the same engineer?
Actually, two engineers.
You got two different
Yeah.
engineers? What's your music making process like? Do you read off the paper? Do you go in there already memorized with the stuff? Do you not write at all? Because I've been having this discussion lately. Like I said, if I ever get invited to another studio session, I'm on a feature track. I'm not reading off my phone. I'm not reading off no paper. I'm going in there respecting my craft. This shit's memorized, already burnt down and ready to go. So like, what's your recording process like?
That's lit. Well, first, shout out to T. Tom Jones and Jay Carnell, two engineers.
Nice.
For me, my process is, I mean, I like my phone. I got like hella songs in my notes.
Of course.
Hella songs in my notes. But for me, the process, I work two different ways. So I work with different producers. I got a producer in UK. I got one up the block. I got one in Cali.
Oh really?
Yeah. So it's like I work with different producers. So sometimes they'll make a beat and the joint is already fire. Like I don't even got to do anything. Like I already feel it. The hook came to me already because I love to write my hooks first. I feel like once that's established, like everything else is smooth from there.
And that's the part I struggle with as an artist. That hook,
Yeah.
I be struggling. I
Like-
call my niggas, like, yo, can you do me a favor? What? Can you just help me write this? No, I'm not helping you write. Come on. All right, how does this sound though? Tell me if this sounds good.
Like even the record, Wolfpack that everyone's craving for me to drop. Right? I wrote the hook first because my thing is like that's the most. I mean, especially in
Now.
today's where like that joint is like key. I mean, after the the beat selection, like the hook is like key. That's what it's called, a hook. It's for a reason, to hook everybody. And I just feel like when you in the verses, when you're writing your verse, you're just pretty much just expanding on what you already wrote
For the hook. Yeah.
and
yeah.
just more in detail. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it as a writer.
That's genius. That was because of your journalism that you were taught that way. Do you think your intricacy? Because you go layer by layer. You get a layer in, and then you're like, fuck it, I'll go one more layer in.
Yeah, I mean, I think it does have to definitely stems from school. I ain't gonna lie, for sure. But yeah. So
Recording process.
yeah. So I mean, well, even like the whole just the production process in general. So like the beat can be pre-made, and I can if I like it right, I'll just write to it. But then sometimes I'll come up with melodies on my own. And I'll do like a voice memo, and I'll go to my producer, for example, Jay Carnell, with the Resistance. I'll be like, "Yo, let's build around this, and this the instruments I hear." And then he'll just take my idea and just expand on it, and be like, "Yo," he'll be like, "Yo, I hear this too," and then it's just a whole big ass,
Isn't that
big
awesome?
ass record? Yeah,
That you got somebody that you can get what's in your brain out, and he can go ahead and bring it to life.
yeah,
And it's
exactly.
awesome, right?
Like even shout out to the other producer in the UK, like even with Wolfpack, like the way that the hook is set up, that was already done, but I was just like, all right, like what else can we add to it? So like those intricate parts of like the choir and added like those strings and stuff like that, the violins and all that stuff. I was like, nah, let's insert this. Let's really make this different.
Oh, that was you?
Yeah. I'm really be executive producing. Like I just don't be just taking beats and just right into it, which is dope itself, But like for me, it's like I'm a part of that production process. So when we in the studio, I had so much fun. Like I was like on some orchestra shit, like. So I was just like, when we was doing the session, I had to count them in like, all right, 1, 2, 3, whoop back, whoop back, whoop back, whoop back.
Oh, how many people were doing the whoop back?
We had I was. Listen, man.
I thought that was like you laying yourself.
I had like 8. Cause I'm on it too, like, cause I did the reference and we built around it.
Okay.
But yeah, it was like 8 people and I divided into different sections. So I had my tenors, I had my altos, I had my sopranos, and just a collective effort. Shout out to my sister Moon Sky. I was also a dope artist.
Shout out to her. I like Moon Sky. Awesome.
And she kind of like helped orchestra everything as well, because we both grew up in the church and everything. So.
Damn, that church shit really fucking.
Yeah.
You guys have different ears.
Yeah.
You guys got different ears. Yo, you guys got different ears.
So we started a new wave, a new genre, man. We inspirational drill, man.
Inspirational drill. Man, I got taught last night Friday night. I got taught Friday night what drill music was, because I heard it before. I understand it. I hear it. I get. But to define it, you got trap music. You got hip hop. You got rapidy rap. You got. To define drill music, my nigga goes, "That's kill your op music." I was like, it makes sense. It makes sense. Now it makes sense for me. now I can get it. But to have something, it's sad, but that's what it comes from. And the origin of it actually comes from UK. They were the first ones that made that type of drill music. And it was, look at the block, that's kill your op music. There was kill your op music, and then it
It started in Chicago first.
Hell no. I was watching Arsenal battle. Arsenal. You know Arsenal, the rap. Remember you used to go over there to battle?
Right.
Remember the commercials and the breakdowns in betweens? Listen to that songs they were playing. There was all the drill music songs. Hell no, I don't think that started in Chicago. I think it was way before that.
Like 2012, 2013. They even said, like, you hear like old interviews from Chief Keef, G-Herbo.
I might have.
Yeah, I don't know. I was hearing it since that long though. Since this dude was going over there, I know that.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's Chicago.
Yeah, we're gonna
y'all let us know in the comments.
I seen it on YouTube though.
Like Chief Keef and all them Americanized like the whole drill scene, because they were getting beats. They even said like, we got beats from the UK. They would send us these beats because they heard of our way. And Chief Keef was, I guess, like the godfather of the whole drill scene, and it just kind of like spread out with like all around Chicago. That eventually, like Kanye West picked up on it and tried to get him like for some like early like tracks to get him. That's why you got like that SSI I don't like shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It
was like that. I don't like that was originally.
You think that's pre-drill? That's all pre-drill.
That's why I felt drill. Now, personally for me, that's why I felt drill went like mainstream because of that shit. Like it started getting even bigger push because they had Kanye West help like produce him, and they had like Pusha T on it. What else was on that?
I don't know. My ears don't. My ears.
Sean was on it.
Big Sean was
my ears
on
don't
it.
even hear drill on that though. I hear rock and
bang
roll.
bang gang. That shit. It's still Kill Your Op music. It's just Chicago version of Kill Your Op music. It's just Chicago.
It is sad
though.
Like Cradle said though, it is sad though. That.
But that's my that goes into my purpose. Like, why am I here? Why am I making music? I'm here to balance.
Talk to him.
I'm here to balance it.
Talk to him.
Like when I'm performing Wolfpack, and my thing is like when I was approaching it, I was like, I don't want to make it. I still want to be me, when I'm doing it. Because I was one of those people that was like, yo, I'm not doing drill. I was one of those people.
Didn't like it.
Yeah, I was. I'm not doing drill.
You didn't like what they were talking about.
I don't.
You don't like.
It's more so like I don't hop on waves. You know what I mean?
I get that too.
Like I'm a trendsetter. You know what I'm saying? So
what type of music did you come in making? Like writing about? What did you first start writing about when you was writing that?
I mean, hip hop, R&B, pop. I'm dipping into house. You know what I'm saying? Like the first track I heard me perform, The Chase, like that's the song that's out now. That's the one that's almost at 1 million streams.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? The music videos over 133,000 views. So it's like
Nice.
so it's doing pretty well. You know, especially for me as an indie artist, I don't got a machine behind them. So
That's great for any other. I never got 133 on any fucking thing.
so it's like,
Anyway,
not yet.
not yet.
So yeah, for me, it's just like, you know, just staying true to who I am and my experiences. So when I had the producer samples from the UK, when I heard the beat that ended up being Wolfpack,
Okay.
and I heard like the melody that he had under it, I was like, wait, okay, we got something here. Like I can still be me. I can still go in and out. Cause I ain't gonna front, I did try. I was just like, yo, cause I didn't want to sound like nobody else. You know what I'm saying? So like once he had that melody under it, I was like, oh, it's over. Like I can still, you know, have my sound on it. And I just blacked out. I'm gonna be real. Like to this day, I'm like, I was like, what was I thinking when I was going through Wolfpack? But it's just like something just, even in sports, it's like when like Kobe went for 81 points, right? Like you can't explain that. You just zone out.
He couldn't explain
Yeah,
the name.
like,
He can't explain
you know,
that.
like saying like I played sports. I've hit game winners in my life, and people are like, how do you do it? I'm like, yo, you just zone out. Like you just focus on getting the job done, and then like once you're done, it's just like you just shake out of it, and it's like, oh shit, this is what I got.
Like,
So like, I could. It's funny, like, because I feel like us as creators, we got different personalities. So it's like,
We all crazy.
yeah. So it's like,
We all
so
crazy.
you can like step out of yourself as far as being an artist and just look at what you created and be like, damn, like I really did. Like, how did I do that? Like, wow, that's amazing. You know what I mean?
like this was like, it was in my head. Put it on paper. Got into a booth and I got to sing and rap this. Like all the songs I've been hearing my entire life, as like I felt leads you to that moment where, man, I'm a legitimate artist. Like I'm in a goddamn booth rapping shit right now. I'm singing shit right now. It's an incredible.
It's an incredible talent and gift to have, and it's like I don't take it for granted for 1 second.
Of course not. You can't. That's why I say like you fucking cheat codes. This nigga yo-yos, you sing, but it's even more than singing though, because you go more in depth. You appreciate your talent so much that you choose to executive produce as well. You choose to, you know, make it as intricate as can be. It's almost like, you know, you want to make it timeless. You want to make sure that when you went into it, you put your all into it, and you didn't have to like really go back into it. Because that's one thing that sucks. Is, you know, I don't listen to none of my old shit because I'm like, that shit could have been sharper.
Yep.
It could have been sharp. I don't even listen to the quality no more. I'm listening to what I'm saying and how I'm saying it, and compared to how I say it now, and I'm like, fuck, could have been a little bit better. And that's why I'm better now. You just sit there and you're making sure like, nah, I ain't going back to could have been a little bit better. This shit's gonna be the way it should be when I let this shit out. You know, that's a great way of working. You know,
That's a fact.
One and done.
one and
Like
done. Do it the right way.
Like even the recording process for me is like I write so much is that like, because I used to be able to go in the studio, memorize my joint, and just like lay it down. And like maybe sometimes like, I might have to just glance at it real quick, but it's like I write so much, it's just like I don't want to lose that
your
energy
shit everywhere.
Yeah, like I don't want to lose that energy, so I'm going to the studio, and it's like even if I don't like have everything like memorized, because for me it's like we all creators, we all know like the way you rehearse it, like yeah, when you get to the studio, it's gonna be different. Like dang, I thought this was gonna flow. I gotta flow it like this now. So it's like
my engineer always said like you master it in the studio. You know, whatever you got to do, punch in, punch out, breathe in, breathe out. On the stage is where it got to look mastered.
Yeah.
You got to look.
Separate things.
Two separate things.
And a lot of artists don't understand.
They don't understand that, you know? Like, I fuck with niggas that could record, you know, I don't need pen and paper. I record you. I'll record you. I'll fuck with you. I got a couple artists that do that. They don't write. They come in there, they throw the beat on, and they just punch me in. Punch me in. I got 55 punches on the screen and shit. I'm like, all right, drag and drop, bounce one line. I'll give it to you, whatever you want to do. But that's not the way you should work if you take it serious. You know, like if you're trying to write and get better at your writing skills and the way you express and give the beat what it appreciates, like people are gonna hear a shit song if you write a shit song. You know what I'm saying? Like, people will let you know. Like, I've seen it, and it sucks when that person doesn't realize it. They still think they hot when they leaving the stage, but nobody's getting into it with them. They still like, yeah, yo, you can follow me at. All right, have a good night, y'all. My shit.
Hey, throw the mic down.
That goes into who in their circle, man, and who their engineer is, because it's like.
Well, some engineers don't care. You gotta remember.
That's what I was about to
I'm
say.
here to do
It's
one
like
job
some
and one
engineers
job
don't care.
only.
You know what I'm saying? But then these performance tracks that people don't got, like
TV tracks? They don't even know that they're called TV tracks.
yeah.
Yo, you got your TV tracks? Do I got my what? Never mind. Because if I say that and you don't know, maybe it's not your place to know. You know, like, you should know these things. You know, your engineer should at least give you that much when you leave the studio. But engineers, most of them are not going to do more than what you ask them. I do that, though. Like, if I do a song and all that shit, it's easy. You mute out the vocals. You keep this. You keep that. You rebounce it. Anything else you want special, while you're rehearsing, you're going to call your engineer back and say, yo, do me a favor.
Right.
At 25 seconds, put no beat right there. I'm just going to spit
I'm
something
like,
totally different.
I need a breath right here.
Throw some main
can you
vocals
pick
in
them
some
there?
parts. Yo, I know that
Yeah.
feeling, man. It sucks. But I mean, it's not suck, but it's like if you want to really give a good show, you got to do those type of things.
Like same thing with I mean, cause like, all right, let's do it this way. How we all met, right? So even with the Chase, it's like that record, like it's definitely hands down my most vocally challenged.
You keep talking. I just want to show them, yo. Numbers don't lie. Chase 752,000 on Spotify. That's just no fucking. That's no joke, baby. Yo, everybody go follow Cradle too. All right, you see the page. You see it, verified artist. Go follow him. Best sex ever.
He's just showing your Spotify.
I'm gonna go play that shit tonight in front of best sex ever. It's for bitches.
It's for everyone.
It's for bitches. Don't tell me that. I'll be with 15 of my niggas and be like, I'm gonna just see you at work.
They
some false.
It's gonna be y'all gonna disperse. They be like, yo, I need to. I need to find my woman real quick, yo.
I love how, like, you know, your first five. I love being able to read names of titles of songs, and for myself try to come up with my own shit. So it's like the best sex ever. The Chase, fall back, on the way. Told you. That's just hard.
And now I'm just showing my like, hey, what are you here for? I told you.
That's just hard.
Oh god, that was freaking great. So let's see. Anything? Well, you say that your album's coming out May
25th.
May 25th. And you have any like music videos popping out anything soon? And you got the showcase is coming out. We just get this all out.
Word. So this is what we doing. I need everybody to pre-order the album. All right?
You got a link for it?
Yeah. I'm about to.
No, he's
make.
He's going off. Let him go off.
Now make sure you give me all this so I can have it in the description.
Now, if you're watching this after May 25th, buy the album.
Nah, it'll be out this week. This will be out this week.
Yeah.
No, we're getting out like 2
I
days.
get this out.
He's quick. He's very quick.
She said.
But yeah, the music video for my record, Best Sex Ever, that's done. But for anyone to be able to have access to it, you got to buy the album. Once you buy the album, you're Wolfpack community. So with that, you have exclusive access to everything. So not only just the album, but you'll have access to music videos. You'll have access to performances if you missed it or you're in a different. Because there's people in different countries that be in freaking Kenya, and they be like, "Dang, like I wish I could see you perform." I'm like, "Well, this is how." So
nice.
So you're gonna have it exclusive from YouTube and none of that. It's on the web. It's on.
Yeah, it's gonna be strictly on the website.
Make people feel
That's
limited
marketing.
to a community.
That's genius marketing right there.
It's fucking smart. Continue.
Yeah, so everything, some performances to BTS of me in the studio, BTS of me on tour. Like I got footage of me like there near about to break down when my record The Chase was finally on FM radio. You know what I mean? So it's like that's footage that no one's have seen before. You know what I'm saying?
That's epic.
I did a self-care tour. Like I took myself on tour. I went to Houston, Dallas, Indiana last summer, and this is footage of me just touring those cities and having a freaking blast. You know what I mean? So,
wow, really? You took yourself on a tour?
Yeah.
Who gave you? How did you organize that? What did you do? What did you do in your mentor to organize that?
Listen, man.
Like, because you got to inspire these people to let them know
y'all,
it's possible. You heard what he just said, right? I put myself on my own tour. Pay attention.
Facts. Like grants, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Like, just real,
You're the second
like,
person to say that too.
Yeah, like
Yep.
it's out there. Do your research. You know what I'm saying? Like,
There's money.
I know it's hard, artists out there to fund yourself. I know. So I'm telling you, Google New York City grants. Things will pop up for you. You know what I'm saying? So apply and
learn how to write to them.
Word.
Learn how to ask for the grants and ask for this money. But it's there.
Word.
You're the second person to say that
Yep.
though. That they've gotten the opportunity with money, with financial, because of asking for it from U.S. government for grants.
Nah, facts.
That's genius though. Good looking for giving that.
Shit, I'm gonna do the same thing now. I want to go on tour because I have an album coming out too, but it comes out in July 26th, and it's a very circus themed album. It's like I'm gonna be all ringleadered out. I got the top hat. I got my pigs. I could juggle. I'm gonna be juggling shit. I'm making it very artsy. I'm gonna be shooting a couple music videos real soon for that. So
You even know I peeped your album.
oh, cool.
I do listen.
I'm happy.
Valid.
I'm a fan of like that's something.
He was giving me like Eminem.
That's what he is though. That's what
type vibe,
his
but,
style.
like, in his own way though.
Yeah.
Yeah, in his own way though. You know,
Yeah.
like he doesn't.
Yeah,
I don't go to that level. Like I want to kill my mom and my girl and all that
Yeah,
shit.
it's like
Yeah, he don't have that type of lifestyle.
Cause it's like for artists, it's like for me, it wasn't like like this is Eminem. Like nah, I can just tell who you're inspirational.
Yes, yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's a difference.
Like you can hear it in Joyner.
Yep.
Yeah.
You in Joyner, you can hear M in Joyner. You know, you can hear M in Logic. You know what I mean? You can hear M in some of these people. Like, and his style of rap. He's fucking killing somebody, or just rap the way he chooses
Saying
to rap fast. Like,
stupid shit.
I got the privilege of recording his next project that's coming up.
Yep.
So he's been recording it with me in my studio.
Like, I have a 4th album
And
coming out in July, and I'm already working on the 5th album.
And he's showing different sides of himself there too. Like just like you know, he went ahead. He got the stems. He got all his tracks stemmed out now because the engineer that we work with is my engineer. He's gonna fuck that up because that's what he does. You know what I'm saying? Like it's good now. He's learning too. Like, I got this. He's singing. This nigga's singing. The teacher's doing something to him because he's singing to her. You know what I'm saying? Like it's great to see him
you some
evolving.
things.
He definitely teaches me something. Shout out to you.
Aw.
Now she's gonna look this go, oh, you talking about me. Relax. I love you and everything.
You're gonna fuck
cool.
it up. Shut up. We good? Just shut up.
All right, we're gonna close it out right here. All right, so thank you everybody for joining. If you enjoyed this episode with the one and only Cradle, please like and subscribe. What are you gonna do?
No, go ahead. I'm gonna walk out with something with his music. What would you like me to play, my brother?
Oh man, we can vibe out to the chase, man.
Let's go.
All right, we're gonna vibe to the chase. Thank you all for enjoying. It's What's Up Everybody podcast with your boy Richard Picasso and
I'm out of character. I'm working.
Jay's working.
And we're with the God,
Cradle.
Truth. Pleasure to have you here, my brother.
Pleasure.
Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all.
This song right here is The Chase from my man Cradle. I hope you guys enjoy it.
I don't even care about the copy claim. These copyright hits.
Yeah, he's sitting right there.
You go, look.
You have
It's all
approval.
you. This is your podcast, man. It's all you right here. You vibing out now.
I'm in love and I know it,
Your mic's still on too, but
but you are too, yeah. If you love me, let me know, or let me go.
You remind me of Giveon. You got a Giveon sound.
Love me, it will show, yeah. Put these games to the side, really need to decide, yeah. Already decided, colorful on my side, thanks for you. Really hope that you vibe, yeah. Can you give me a sign, yeah? Tryna be a shot tonight, yeah. Shorty OD, heaven sent. You are church celebrate. With the cookies got me dirty. With a black queen, almost definite. Why you gotta be so hesitant? Oh baby, are you really shy? You've been hurt, you've been told lies. I know what it feels like. You've been hurt, I know. I've been down that road. Please open the door so that I can help you. I'm so strong and I love it.
No fucking lights and shit. Like,
Oh yeah, I'm definitely
If you love me, let me know, or let me go. If you love me, it will show. It will show. Yeah, I'm so strong and I love it. Yeah, I do. I'm in love and I know it, but do I too? If you love me, let me know. Let me go. If you love me, it will show. It will show. I'm in love and I know it. I know it. I'm so strong and I love it. I love it. If you love me, let me know. But let me go.
Facts. That's big facts. Though.
Let me go.
I'm trying to tell you to let me go. You don't listen though. You know why she don't listen though, right? Because she goes, "I love you though." And I'm like, if you love me though, like you got like, come on, this can't work. You gotta stop fighting. If you love me though.
I like the layer of the song, like the backlet.
Yeah, like I definitely hear the
Shout out
gospel influence.
Jay Carnell and my friend Naomi. That's actually them on the backgrounds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said I hear like since you say you produce, I hear all your influence. I hear all your influence in your track. It's awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go deep.
I could definitely see this possibly playing like in a house music setting too.
Yeah.
It has that house music vibe.
He hits, you hit mad different angles. Pause. You hit mad different you hit mad different angles with the music. I was pausing it before I was getting it out of my brain. You didn't see that though? I was like, wow. Yo, thank you for joining us, my G. Everybody have a good night.
What's up, everybody?
Sure. Whoop back, whoop back, whoop back, whoop back.